Ferrari has been able to introduce a rear wing that actually turns upside down. And this actually was first spotted during the second day of the second week of preseason testing in Bahrain. And when you think about it, this might actually be a very clever way of interpreting the new 2026 regulation, especially when it regards to the movable front and rear wings. What Ferrari has been able to do is to actually introduce an active rear wing that actually flips 180 degrees when the car is running on the straight towards a corner. And you can be able to look at it as an interesting or a very smart way of interpreting the aero rules when it comes to the movable front and rear wings in 2026. The loophole in this particular situation is whereby while the rules actually allow for innovation when it comes to the active aero of front and rear wing, it does not necessarily say that the rear wing has to actually be right side up. So it does not stop a team from creating a solution that can be able to be flipped upside down. And that's what Ferrari has been able to do. They have engineered a mechanism that allows its rear wing to actually flip upside down 180 degrees. Of course, other teams are going to be watching this, looking at how it is working. And I don't know whether that's also going to become an issue of discussion in the same way that the compression ratio was an issue for discussion in addition to what Mercedes has been able to innovate. If this is the first time that you are meeting, I am Joe, and on this particular YouTube channel, I talk about Formula One and in particular the business of Formula One. And I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. For me, this is one of the reasons why I watch Formula One, because it is home to new ideas, to innovations, and teams trying to push the envelope when it comes to what it is that they can be able to create as a solution to some of the problems that they are facing, but still trying to remain within the regulations. And I think I like this new approach by Ferrari, where they are trying to push as much as is possible. And probably this is the kind of mentality that they need to have if they want to win a championship, either with their drivers or even the Constructors' Championship, because they have not won for quite a long time. And maybe the team has gotten to a level where they are actually very hungry to win titles. And I don't know whether you can actually relate that to also the fact that now they have Lewis Hamilton as part of the team. Of course, the whole team works together. One person may bring one or two ideas here and there, but I think it does seem to show that there is a new kind of impetus from the team to actually try to actually come up with solutions that can help them win titles. Of course, we will not be able to see the performance or the value or whatever it is that they have come up with until the first race in Melbourne and even subsequent races. That's when you can be able to actually see what teams have been able to come up with and whether it adds to the performance the car has on the track. When you look at Ferrari so far in this particular season, things look to be going well. And even the vibe that is coming out of that team is actually positive. The drivers are positive, the team principal is positive, and things seems to be working as per their plans when it comes to pre-season testing, as well as the shakedown that took place in Barcelona. But of course, you may not be able to know the true position of Ferrari because other teams might be sandbagging. You might not know the true pace of Mercedes, of Red Bull, or McLaren. But I think after a few races this season, we'll be able to know where each team stands and we'll have a clearer picture of the pecking order on the grid. But I'm excited about what is taking place, the kind of ideas and innovation that the teams are coming up with. And what Ferrari has done is just one of the many things that probably we are going to see in 2026. If this is the first time that you are meeting, I am Joe, and on this particular YouTube channel, I talk about Formula One and in particular the business of Formula One. And I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. if you have enjoyed this particular video, I'm sure that you are going to also enjoy the video on your screen right now. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not, and I'm going to see you in my next video.